Good evening, everybody. It's Sia with Black Petal Gardening, and it is 6:30, and I am taking some much-needed time in the garden. It has been a very difficult week at work today, so getting a little bit of garden therapy is very much what is needed. So here you can see our teddy bear sunflower. These are a dwarf sunflower. They're in full bloom, looking gorgeous. Our sunspot, it's not quite bloomed just yet, but it looks like it's getting there, so hopefully soon. We do have some right over there is our Bright Lights Cosmo, which was a mix, and it's from Botanical Interest. But, you can see here, I actually got out here in the middle of the day too. Did a little bit of pruning of the squash and stuff like that. That was definitely a break that was needed. But I wanted to kind of show off some of these guys. Look at these. These are a Mexican sour gherkin. Now, I've never grown these, so I need to look up and see exactly how big they're supposed to get. So I'll know when they'll be ready for harvest. They are on very delicate vines, so I can't imagine that they're going to get huge. But obviously I don't want to harvest them early either. So that's something to be researched. We've got more of the dragon's egg cucumbers over here that are in various stages of growth. Lots of flowers. And finally, I gotta get my little basket over here. Not so little basket, I don't know. But look at that. We finally have a zucchini. So I need to get that little sucker. Well, I guess it's not that little anymore. I probably let it go too long after being so concerned about not having one. It's got a little bit of scarring on there, but it's looking really nice. Now that one, I don't know. I don't know if that's going to actually develop into anything or not. You can see here some of our sugar baby watermelons. This one's looking a little worse for wear, but that one's kind of a beauty one. And for once, we do not have a ton of squash on our summer squash plant. And I'll be honest, I'm not sad about it because we have a ton still in the house. And I think what's going on is we are experiencing, well, I don't know, there's one female right there, and there's a male next to it. I was thinking we were just getting all male flowers, but nope, I see that we've got a couple of female flowers over here. So maybe we'll have another round that comes through once those open up, because we have been very lucky with the pollinators. They've been doing a great job, obviously, as we've seen from our harvests. And then we've got our one and only Mountain Sweet Yellow watermelon over here. We actually had two, and I was trimming the vines, and I had trimmed them perfectly to get rid of the extras so that the energy could go to, just where the little fruits were setting. And then I made a huge mistake because I'd found a second vine coming down, and I thought I had traced it back correctly. I went and I clipped it, and it was actually more connected than I'd thought, and I took out an entire vine that had one of our little baby watermelons on there. I was so upset with myself. So I am babying this sucker because I really, really want to get one of those. You can see over here, these are got 3 winter squash right there. And we ended up having to trim pretty significantly our tomatillo. It was really all over the place, and it was infused and incorporated with the watermelon vines, and it just was not doing well because it was falling down onto the ground. And so I ended up pulling one of these from the tomatoes in our tomato bags to try and give it some support. And unfortunately, in that process, there was some splitting, there were some branches that broke. So this is what we're left with. I'm hoping that it will recover and become even more vigorous, especially now that it does have some support available. And so that'll be something we'll have to keep an eye on. I don't know, I did a little bit of trimming over here, and I haven't cleaned up after myself just yet. So there could be some more of the winter squash coming in. But really what I wanted to get over into is this absolute mess of a tomato bed. Oh my goodness. The things that I try to put in place for structure and for support have just been overwhelmed. And so, as you can see, this is a nightmare for harvesting. I'm incredibly thrilled about the production that I'm seeing, but getting in here to get things in a timely manner, I think is going to be something of a pain in the butt. That said, I did notice when I was watering the green stalks that it looked like we were getting some blush and some more than just blush on some of these. And I think pretty sure this is the black strawberry. Oh my gosh, I love these. Look at those colors. Oh, marvelous. Now, I'll be honest, I don't know if this is the typical size. These are smaller because I did kind of overcrowd the bed. If there's a likelihood that they'll get bigger. But we seem to have a lot of them, and they have kind of a cherry look to them, to how they're growing. So I'm gonna have to look at the packaging to see what it says as far as sizing for those. I mean, I don't have a problem if that is the size that they're going to be, but it's helpful to know so I know when I need to harvest, as well as whether there is a concern with lack of nutrients or something like that. Well, I need to shift to the other side and see if I can reach, because right now this mess is making it hard for me to find those other ones. Okay, so coming at this from the other side, and this little one is finally starting, oops, can you see, to get some red blush on the bottom. So that means it's getting close to ripening as well. It's been very slow to do that though. And I don't know if that's normal for the black tomatoes, because this is the first year that I've had them. Okay, this is going to be a little bit of a difficult process. Just how awkward it is. Somebody set off the neighbor dogs. And of course, I don't have my basket over here, so I don't think I'm going to be able to take you on this little journey. So I'm going to put you on pause and see what I can do without you. Well, I will say, the one good thing about these is as they start to blush, it does make them much easier to see in the jungle in there. But these are probably our Juliet tomatoes. And then I grabbed a couple Sun Golds over here. And then of course, my two prizes. Oh my. I'm pretty sure that these are the black strawberry. Gorgeous. Oh my gosh, I am just so pleased and sponge with these. My goodness. Okay, it's a very small harvest, but I was really not intending to do too much anyway. So we're going to close it here. All right, well, love to get any feedback that you might have, especially if you have knowledge about black strawberry and the size that they should be getting. That would be great. And, you know, any other kind of comments or questions, please drop them in our comment area. Please consider liking and subscribing. And as always, have a marvelous evening. And until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.